So gybing comes naturally, and it's a fluid, dynamic motion that is like enjoyable and comes naturally, while tacking is not so natural, and it took me a while to actually get to the point where it's enjoyable. I'm still working on it, not 100%, but getting there. So let's break it down. First of all, you need semi-flat water. So in this case it was a bit offshore wind, so that helped with the flat water. Gear-wise, smaller front wing helps because you can carve it harder and it's faster. Handles, boom style handles, like on duotone unit and such, really helps. It's like probably you'll spend 2 times less learning with boom style handles versus normal handles. It's definitely a big difference. Just realize that it's a bit different technique between strong side on your strong side versus weak side. So there is some nuances. So first of all, you need speed. Not so much speed that you lose control, but you need well above average. The more speed you have, the better chances you're gonna complete the turn. Another thing about conditions I forgot to mention is wind. It's counterintuitive, but you need more wind than you would need for gybing. And where would you use gybing versus tacking? So tacking in most cases you would use for racing and just for fun, but gybing still wins in surf. It's more fluid and more enjoyable motion in my opinion, but you need to know both if you want to race and such. And another prerequisite is you better know how to swap feet at this point. If you still struggling with swapping feet, I have a video about swapping feet. You can search on my channel. That helps. That really helps if you are fluid with swapping feet. Okay, so to break it down in a nutshell, basically you need to get a lot of speed, then lean into the turn. So in this case I'm on my strong side, left foot forward, and I'm leaning toward the turn and carving into the foil, basically pushing it down really hard, because the best tacks in my opinion are the ones that you breaching or almost breaching your front wing. It has very good sensation and it has the sharpest turn. And actually the success rate is higher than if you were to carve harder. So in this case, I'm carving really hard, basically falling. It's more than 45-degree lean, and it's a point of no return. If you don't have this sharp turn, you would fall. But because you have such a sharp turn and you leaning into it, you're pressing hard into the wing. Even though you breach the wing, it's not gonna ventilate because you're pushing really hard. Another point is before you make the turn, you need to move your front foot 1 or 2 centimeters forward, because when you do the sharp turn, it's gonna increase the lift. Basically, the sharp turn increases your speed, and your front wing will wanna pop. So you need more pressure to control it. So move your front foot like 2 centimeters forward right before you do the tack. That really helps, and no surprises later on if you're like already in a turn and then you realize you have too much lift and you cannot do much because your foot is not in the right place. Another thing is commitment. Basically you need to lean past 45 degrees. Like I said, it's a no return point. If you're not carving hard, you should fall. So it's like a combination of two. You're carving really hard and you almost falling past 45-degree lean. With these two components, hard lean and hard push into the foil, you can turn on the spot basically. And so once you breach your foil and you pressing too hard, it's not gonna ventilate. It's gonna properly throw you, kind of like push you through the turn. The point of doing this really sharp turn and lean is to throw your wing into power zone right away after the turn. So you go in the power zone, and then if you do it slowly, your wing first will go into neutral and then slowly go into the other side power zone. And because of that slowness, you might lose speed. You need to complete the maneuver. So once you do it really fast, with the almost falling motion, the wing flips dynamically to the other side in the power zone right away. And so after this sharp turn, you have a handle right next to you to grab and be in the power and complete the maneuver. If you do it slowly, the wing might be on top in a neutral position without providing much power, and even if you grab it, it might not work because you would need like another second to press it down and get some momentum forward. So the point of doing it very quickly is to throw the wing in the power zone on the other side. It really helps. And I'll show you some mistakes I made in slow motion. Basically, in most cases, it's either not committing. By not committing, I mean not leaning more than like 45 degrees and not doing it fast enough. Or maybe you lean enough, but you don't press hard enough into the foil, and if you breach the foil, it's going to ventilate. And so to avoid that, you really need to press into the foil and in this turning motion. That helps from ventilating. For the weak side, I prefer to swap feet before the turn. It really helps. And what's different is for the weak side, what helped me is after you swap the feet and you're about to do the turn, the same thing, you need to commit and lean forward like about 45 degrees or more. Just before you do that, let go of your backhand and maybe do a few meters of straight run to get extra speed, and then start carving with just while holding the wing with one hand, with your front hand. To do it from a weak side with swapped feet, it's awkward at first. So you need to practice a lot. And as always, look where you want to go. So your head needs to be turning into the direction you desire to go, and your body will coordinate the rest.